So I was watching a video of Wendy's of all places, and I noticed that the general manager of that restaurant kept calling it his business. And technically, he's just an employee, he's not the actual owner. Yet, here was an employee who was calling that restaurant his business. And the level of sincerity that he had with the ownership of that business was, I thought, truly remarkable. And it made me reflect on a lot of times where I was working on a project or something, and for some reason, the client or the organization that I was working with made it feel like I didn't have any ownership of it. Either they would make drastic changes on it by themselves, or bring some other group in to completely change what I was doing, or whatever it was. When that sense of ownership went away, I really disengaged, not at the level that I truly had when I took complete ownership of it, and everything about it reflected onto me. And seeing this employee take complete ownership of that business made me think, wouldn't it be great if my employees also thought of my business as their business? So imagine if my employees were calling it their business. I think that would be incredible, and the level of buy-in and commitment they would have would be through the roof. And looking at this, I started asking, how could we make this happen? And I think it starts from the small, like giving them a sense of ownership of the small stuff, and then gradually letting them spread into bigger and bigger things, and also shared ownership. So not just me owning this entire thing or me owning my portion, but a collective ownership of the entire thing, uh, where now we have co-owners and co-partners who are all working with each other for a mutual goal. But that gets a bit complicated. But what I want to say is that it's very important, I think, to give a sense of ownership to people and do everything that we can as owners to prevent from defiling that sense of ownership. So really hold yourself back from going in and changing everything they've been working on, just because you might know better, or going in and telling them that, making them feel like that they don't have a sense of ownership. Because sure, technically they don't, but it's also in our power to give them that ownership. Like, we can actually give it to them, not maybe legally or technically, but maybe you're following with what I'm saying. The level of ownership that your employees feel, I think, is going to be directly correlated with their level of commitment. So if you're looking for more committed, harder working employees who are willing to go the extra mile, I think it's important to reflect on the level of ownership we're allowing them to have, and we're giving them the opportunity to take. All right, that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. See you guys in the next one.